Hi and welcome back. Don't forget to like the video. Please do that as soon as you can. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. We're here right now in Riverside, and I'm going to talk to you guys about something that's been going on around. It's actually has been hit several times in this shopping center, and I think it's because you can just drive through here. This Daniel's jewelry store right here. Several thieves went in there, parked right here, parked right out in front, right here, and ran in and just took hammers, I think. I don't remember exactly what happened. They took hammers inside and just broke every cabinet and took all the jewelry out of it and ran. And went to the car and drove away like it was nothing, right in the middle of the day. Just like a day like today. No big deal. And this Nordstrom rack right up here in the plaza, so we're in the plaza in Riverside, they just went in there like they own the place. Bunch of people went in there and just went to the handbag section and just grabbed everything and didn't worry about if they had alarms on them or anything like that. Just grabbed a bunch of stuff, ran out the door. This stuff's been happening everywhere, all over the United States, but mostly in California. What do you guys think on this? Tell me what you really think about it. And it's just been happening. And why do you think it's happening? I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I think it is. People are being told that, you know, these big companies are, you know, getting away with all this stuff and making all the money, and they're being told that by the government, you know, especially in California. You've got companies that are trying to survive in a tough market right now, and you've got government just says, you know, hey, these guys are rich, you know, these big rich companies, and you know, we need to get our fair share back from them. So this attitude's been going through the government and being conveyed to the people. It's basically an entitlement. People think somehow they deserve all this stuff from these companies, and that they should just get it for free. Just walk in, take what they want. They just figure, hey, you know, it doesn't hurt anybody, right? What do you guys think on that? Do you think it really hurts these companies? Do you think it takes away jobs? Do you think it makes things cost more next time you go to the store? You know, some people think that these companies have money just set aside for that, and that's fine, you know, it's no big thing. You can just go into like a Target store and target them. You just take a few things, it doesn't change anything. The truth is, we all pay for it. These companies end up raising the prices on everything else, and you and I all pay for it. In fact, when they're stealing like that, they're stealing from themselves, and they're stealing from their friends. You know, how do you guys feel about that? Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think these companies are deserving this? Do you think they should just, you know, let it all go? People just walk in there and just steal everything. These people who started this business here worked hard, you know, but you know, it's your chance, you know, you can just go in and take what you want from them, right? How do you guys feel about that? Write your comments down. So this has been happening all over the place. All these smash and grabs, they call them, or whatever. And even this place has security. Security can't do anything about it. In fact, a lot of the places and the businesses, I think Gavin Newsom signed a new law, said if you don't work as an official security guard for a company, they can't make you go out and stop people. There's a TikTok video out that I saw that a guy went out and saw something like this happening. It was like at a, I don't know, I would say like a Sephora or something like that, a business, something like that. And he saw it happening and just starts grabbing the people and pulling the bags out of their hands. Thank goodness the guy who made that video blurred his face. Thank you for doing that. But you know, he went ahead and he socked one of them in the face. I mean, just almost knocked her flat out. And then she gets down on the ground, she gets up and grabs her bag and keeps walking out the door. Maybe I'll put a little link to this video in here and show you guys a little clip of it while we're walking. All right, here's the video of the guy. Look at this. Play it a couple times so you guys can see. It's pretty. He just starts grabbing their bags. All right, let me try to get this right here. Look at this. Pow! Grabs your bags. So you're not getting all that stuff. Video of the Daniels jewelry store. That's right out in front there. It's like a Mercedes too they're driving. Share your thoughts on that. What do you think? Do you think he had a right to sock her in the face? You know, kind of interesting. I would have blurred his face if I saw him do it. Definitely would have blurred him, and I've never seen where I got that video from. Somebody else gave it to me as far as I'm concerned. Share your thoughts, guys. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. So these smash and grabs, you got government telling everybody, make those companies pay. These big rich companies need to pay more tax. They're not paying enough. Honestly, do you think the person who owns that company is going to pay more because of that? Because you think that that's going to come out of their pocket? Well, the truth is, it's going to come out of your pocket. It's coming out of your pocket, my pocket, everybody who shops in those stores. It's going to come out of their pockets. Share your thoughts on that, guys. I just really think that these companies, you know, the owners and the people at the top are going to still make their profit margin. They're just going to pass on that expense to consumer, possibly even close the store. You know, how is that good for anyone? Is that good for you? Share your thoughts on that. Kind of interesting. Taking a walk around this little mall here. You know, they'll probably stop me, security will probably stop me from walking around here filming, but you know, they didn't seem to stop those thieves, did they? They just stopped right out front, had a getaway car, go inside, take what they want, just walk right out the door. Nobody stopped them. It's been happening everywhere. That's why most of San Francisco now is closed. Downtown San Francisco, you can't find a store open down there. Mostly down there, it's homeless. Yeah. I don't know what it is here. If it's homeless or if it's just kids wanting to break in. I know Daniels Jr. looked like some young fellers all got together and came up with a great idea. Go rob the store, take everything they have. Now somebody owns that store. Oh, the insurance pays for it. Well, who pays the insurance premium? Do you guys know how that works? You know, these stores, when they have insurance and somebody goes and steals everything from them, they end up paying it. Believe me. I have business insurance, and when I have a claim, my insurance goes up. Like a friend of mine had, let me give you an example. A friend of mine had a fire sprinkler go off in a store, and he was doing work in there, and one of the fire sprinklers went off, and the amount it cost was $20,000 worth of damage. Guess how much his insurance premium was the next year when he went to renew? It was $20,000. $20,000 plus his $1,000 or whatever it was, so it's like $21,000 for his insurance premium for the next year. Share your thoughts on that, guys. How do you think that happens? That company, you know, he survived it somehow, but he had to pay that $20,000 back. So if you have a $500,000 claim for a bunch of jewelry that was stolen, what do you think the insurance premium is going to be the next year? What do you guys think? Share your thoughts. So yeah, there's just this smash and grab thing going on everywhere. What do you think? What do you think we should do about it? You know? What do you think is causing the problem? I think a lot of the problem is that people think they're going to get a free ride from the government somehow, and when they don't get it, they feel like they're entitled to it. So they just go and break into places and take things because they're being told that, you know, these big companies are not paying, and these big rich companies need to pay. And really all they're doing is stealing from you and I and all the other people in the United States. It won't be long before, if that happens a few more times in this shopping center, or those people, those tenants will leave. Already Nordstrom closed their big stores in Riverside. All that's left is the Nordstrom rack. And, you know, it's on the verge after that. You know, I'm sure that took away a lot of their profits. Share your thoughts on that, guys. Think this has anything to do with the democratic mentality of these companies need to pay? You know? Is it a good idea, you know, to have a law like that and leave things open? You know, this state's already put in a bunch of new laws, and they've done things like making it, you know, I'm sure that all those thefts were $950 or less. And when 5 people went in that jewelry store, they probably made sure they had, well, they had about $500,000, they said, in jewelry. That was a little different. But there's so many thieves that are going in, amateur thieves that are going in. They know that if it's less than $950 or less, and they steal it, they can't even really get prosecuted much. It's really hard for them to even get prosecuted for it. So what's happening is a lot of the businesses aren't even filing claims on it. So it looks like there's less crime, but there's actually more. Share your thoughts on that, guys. You know, the crime just keeps going up as you have things like, you know, more limitations on properties. Some of it may be, you know, people that just can't survive, right? What do you guys think? You know, is it just because they can't survive, or is it because they just want more, or because they feel like they're entitled to more? What do you think? So what do you guys think on that? You know, I hear they're making new laws even to make it easier for these thieves. Try to say it's like underprivileged people that, you know, are doing this. Well, the guys that were, I think I saw in the video, they were all wearing hoodies and masks. So I say that in a lot of videos, they wear hoodies, masks, and carry backpacks. And I believe that's what they had when they went in the jewelry store. It didn't appear to be anything other than white guys. So share your thoughts on that, guys. That's what I think I saw. I don't know. I don't pay attention to that, really. I think everybody's the same. Color of skin doesn't matter, but that's what I think I saw. Doesn't matter, in my opinion, what they are. They're just thugs to me. Thugs just looking for a quick, easy dollar. And it's on your dollar, really. You know, it's on your money that you have. They stole it from you. Because next time you go to buy jewelry in that jewelry store, I guarantee you, it will cost you more money. I've heard a lot from the left that say things like, this is, you know, the companies have money set aside for that, and it's part of their budget. You know, it's really a way to rationalize stealing. They say things like, those companies can afford that. The big rich company. Well, again, like I said, what they do is they just raise the prices. You know, you think, oh wow, you know, look at, I made that CEO pay. I made him pay. Do you really think that he took a pay cut? No, he didn't take any pay cut. He's just going to raise the price to the consumer. That's what they do. Same thing with corporate taxes. People think, oh, if I make them pay more corporate tax, those corporations need to pay. Where do you think the money comes from to get that, to pay for that? The money comes from them raising the prices. So you end up paying for it. So why have really high corporate taxes when it just comes out of the consumer's pocket? Because that's where it comes out of, guys. Another store in here was telling me, so I can't say who it was, but somebody was telling me in this store over here that they get the same thing all the time. They're constantly getting these guys come in with coats on in the summer, okay, and they just take everything they can. They just load up their jackets all full of stuff as quickly as they can, 5, 6, 7 of them at a time, and they just walk out the door, and they can't do anything. The business can't do anything. The people there can't do anything. I think their insurance tells them don't touch anybody if they're stealing. Just try and video it or something like that. And then you give the videos to the police, and they go, oh, it's under $950. Sorry. Share your thoughts on that, guys. Let me know what you think. I just would like to know what you think on that. For me, it irks me pretty much. I just can't understand this whole mentality of that somehow the government or the people or the businesses owe you a free ride. I believe in earning money one way, working. You don't have enough, work a little harder. Can't pay your bills, have a yard sale. See, when I film that stuff, there's yard sales and stuff like that, you know, I'm trying to show you guys, it's not just because, you know, like I'm bagging on these poor people, okay? That's not what's happening. I'm showing people that the government is letting them down. The government is making laws that are making it more expensive for people to live, and people are doing desperate things. Share your thoughts on that, guys. It never does entitle you to go and steal from stores. It doesn't entitle you to do that. But it's being, you know, in the same time, it's something that they're doing, you know, making housing costs higher, making rents higher. And people, oh, well, no, the government doesn't do that. Sure it does. You see that roof right there they're doing? That roof right there is costing them twice what it did 10 years ago. And it's not because the roofing materials have gone up that much. It's because Title 24 is energy efficient homes. We have to have an energy efficient home. That's sort of like going around and saying, oh, these houses have to be $1 million. Okay, and not everybody can afford $1 million, but you're forcing everyone to buy them for $1 million. So what's going to happen? People are going to be left on the streets. That's what's going to happen. You're going to have people being put on the streets because they can't afford to live in a house, because you're making rents too high because you have all these laws in place. California has this earthquake code, and a lot of people go, oh, well, Mike, you want this house to be safe, right? Sure, they're safe. Look at the Northridge videos. There's videos online of Northridge earthquake. It was the worst earthquake ever. I think, you know, one of the worst ones around here. And look at the videos on that. And look for a single story home like one of these that was built in the 50s that actually became inhabitable from the earthquake. You won't find one. That was an extremely bad earthquake. Several freeways fell down. Same thing happened up in the Bay Area. Single story home. Look for one that fell down. But yet the earthquake code for single story homes is so ridiculous. They have it costs 10 times, there's 10 times the amount of hardware in them. It costs almost double the price it did, you know, because of the building costs, because of the materials and labor to put them on, than it did before. Yet we're putting in mandates on every home. Every home, new home, has to fire extinguishers. All these houses right here, if there was an earthquake, none of these houses are earthquake standard. None of them are, but all the new ones have to be. And I just find that really absurd. I'm not saying that you should make unsafe houses. I'm not saying that multi-story houses didn't need some code improvement, but single-story homes are way built, way overkill. There's so much overkill hardware and shear panel and all this stuff that costs a lot more money. You don't get it for free. It takes labor and materials to build a home, and when you make the labor and materials higher, it's going to cost more. Share your thoughts on that, guys. So air conditioning systems are even more expensive. So you have air conditioning, heating, insulation, all this stuff that they have on Title 24 makes housing way more expensive. So now they basically price themselves out of the market. That's what's happening. They're priced out of the market. So yeah, that's happening as well. And you have all this crime. Anybody that doesn't expect that to happen, when you have a lot of changes like that, you're going to have a lot of crime. Not saying it's okay. In fact, I wish we didn't have all this crime. This is the place I live. You know, all these cities are cities that I film are around where I live. And I film all these wrecked homes and wrecked cities because it's really disgusting to see. It's really disgusting to see how much worse the government has made things around here. The Democrats. I'm talking about the Democrats and what they've done to California and how they've ruined it. They've just made things worse and worse and worse, and they're going to continue to do so. If they keep getting voted for, it's just going to get worse, guys. There's no way to fix something like this unless you change, and then it's going to take years and years and years to unwind it. So anyway, all right, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Please like, share, subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed this content.